Hello, this is Molly Reamer with Bridges Grove and 30 Days of Goddess with part one of an introductory series on 30 Days of Goddess 101, basically. What is this practice? How do you engage in it? Why would you want to? And what components are available to you? And so this brief video is an introduction to the practice and why I created it. And so 30 Days of Goddess is a simple system of daily practice that is designed to nourish, support, encourage, and sustain you on your goddess-centered spiritual path. I have walked a goddess-based path myself for a little bit more than 20 years. And one of the things that I really noticed in myself is the initial feeling, which was kind of a longing to experience the goddess, to feel her presence in my life, to know myself as part of the sacred, to feel the presence of the sacred in my world and in my life. And I had this, so I started with longing. And what I found is that in daily practice came knowing. So first there is longing, and through daily practice comes knowing. And so initially for me, the goddess was a theoretical concept, a socio-political construct, rather than a living, embodied reality. And now I feel like at this point, 20 years later, I experience her every day as a living part of my world, my understanding, like she's always present. And so in my work with goddess art and priestessing and daily practices, I came to understand how many people were seeking that same sort of feeling. Like they felt the longing, but they're seeking the knowing. They felt the longing and they're seeking the knowing. And so 30 Days of Goddess emerged as a way to answer that question, those questions of how do I feel the goddess in my life? And what do I do? How do I feel her and what do I do? And I originally began it in January of 2021 it was meant to be a 30-day based practice only. And then the idea in January, and then the idea was anybody could carry it forward in any other month and the resources would all be the same, etc. Instead, it's grown from there so that I create new things every month, and it has continued to evolve and emerge. But the seed, the heart, the spark, the flare of the practice remains the same. And basically, 30 Days of Goddess is about creating simple daily practices that fit your life. And to that end, I have created a series of resources, which we will talk about in the next video, that you can use to help support the daily practice. But at the heart, it's really about daily practice and creating something that fits your life as it is right now, not the life that you imagine you might have in the future, not the life of someone who you perceive as more special or magical than you are, but the life that you actually have right now, who you are right now. And through daily practice, what we see is it's about creating a container for the sacred and for yourself in your very own life where you are right now. So creating a container for yourself and for the sacred in your life and showing up for your own life as it unfolds every day. And through that daily practice, through that container, through that showing up, you will discover that the sacred shows up too. And there's few things that I will promise in this world or make declarations about, because everybody's lives are so different and everything is the world is a big place. But what I do promise is that in showing up, in committing to the container of daily practice, something will happen and you will see something, you will experience something, you will feel something, and you will touch your finger to that pulse of the sacred in your very own life, to that thrum of magic that underlies the everyday. So 30 Days of Goddess is kind of a union of sacred space, creative practice, and daily practice all in one. So it involves deciding what your practice is going to be, committing to it for 30 days, and the practice can change. You may dedicate to a specific goddess, you may dedicate to a specific type of practice, and the practice itself may change, but the concept, the holding space, the container is committing to a practice for 30 days and then showing up for it in some way. I urge you to keep your practices small and simple, bite-sized and doable. And in the next video, I will show you some resources that I have created for you to help make those practices or help support those practices and make them accessible and doable for you. So thank you so much for being here, and may daily practice enrich your life.